Day 38. Day 38. See, I'm hot and sweaty. Man, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please like, share, comment. Alright. I'm most positive I'm missing a day. I think today's actually 39. But we're going with day 38. Anyways, today's discussion is going to be something I've personally seen and then also, heard, and it goes along the lines with the grass is always greener on the other side. When you guys get out here, when you guys get out here, whether it's your first ship, everything's always going to be, you're going to be learning stuff on your very first ship. You're not going to be too picky about things. You're going to have some jerks and whatever, and you'll get to know to work with them. And along with that, it's the discussions about don't get set on those expectations of people. I mean, we should all already know that. I got a new bosun today. Now, this bosun, he was actually on my last trip. I worked with him as an AB. Well, the original bosun that was on here, he just didn't come back. He stopped taking the calls from the company, and he just didn't come back. So we can assume he got a better job somewhere. The bosun that just left, because the original bosun never came back, the bosun that just left ended up having to do like a 6-month trip. Instead of 4, he ended up stuck with 6 months. Now, they couldn't find a bosun. And this AB that I was working with, he was technically qualified and had served as a bosun before, so they asked him to do it. And he ended up doing it, and he extended another 2 months. Well, the bosun he replaced went home for 2 months and then came back, and now he just went home again. The point is, just because you have one either good or bad supervisor, don't assume it's going to be like that on the next trip or on your next ship. When I first got here, like when I was in OS, everybody talked about the mate. I guess I could talk about him. He's not here no more. But they talked about the mate being kind of, he was real fidgety and whatever, but he was always running up to us and checking on us and like micromanaging. And, he'd give the bosun a job. He never wanted to talk to us, but he'd give the bosun a job, and then the bosun would give us the job, and then the mate would come check on us doing the job. Wouldn't say nothing to us, he'd just come check on us. It's not his job, it's the bosun's job to check on us and do that stuff, but because this ship is sitting a lot, the mate just had nothing better to do than the mate after that. So we all had this preconceived thought of this like weird, running around hyperactive chief mate. Then the next mate we got ended up being really laid back. He didn't check on us all the time, which, I'm not even joking. The fact that he didn't check on us all the time made us want to do better work. Where the other mate that was constantly checking on us, it was like he was trying to catch us not working. So I'm not saying me, but other guys, as soon as the mate would leave, they'd sit back for a second and just like enjoy a minute to relax and like take a little break themselves. Where the other chief mate that had like replaced him, he trusted us right off the bat, expected us to work, and it worked in his favor. You know, the guys weren't taking breaks every time the mate would come and check on us, which was hardly ever. The guys weren't just, all right, chief mate's gone, sit back, you know, BS for a little bit, take a little break. We just kept working, like, because he was good to us, you know. He actually would give us, like, he'd come by sometimes and just be like, yo, go get some water or something. It's hot. Like, go get some water. Take a minute. Go hydrate, whatever. Now with like bosuns, you know, being that I've been one of the guys that has come back over and over. Whenever a new bosun's coming, the guys automatically assume that I know him, and they're like, hey, how's this next bosun? Is he better? Is he worse? You know, and it's all in my personal opinion. I haven't had a single person or a single supervisor that I didn't not like. Like the fidgety mate that everybody didn't like because he was fidgety and always like running back and forth checking on us. I never had a problem with him because I worked, you know. I didn't goof off. I worked. And he seen that and knew that, and that's why, you know, I was awarded with more work. But when it comes back to the bosun, it's always like the question, like, how's the next guy gonna be? Well, I can't tell you that. You're your own person. You know, I haven't had a single supervisor that hasn't liked me because of my work ethic. It's back to yesterday's conversation, where I've also had a bosun that, you know, liked one OS and like really liked him, you know, had him help him do all the work all the time. And then the next bosun showed up, and that OS was so like in the thought of, you know, oh yeah, the original bosun, he was real laid back, you know, he kind of let me do my thing, I worked with him, you know, it was real easy. The new bosun showed up, and that OS was still like chilling, you know, he was laid back, chilling, enjoying, you know, not really doing much. And the new bosun was like, you know, he was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you gotta work. What are you? And then there ended up being beef between them, and, you know, things went sideways with that. So I guess the message would be, don't get comfortable. Yeah, that's a funny word to say. Slow when you're thinking about it. Comfortable. Don't get comfortable, because, you know, even like me, where I haven't yet met a supervisor that hasn't liked me because of my work ethic, I'm not assuming that when I go to another ship that my next bosun or my next chief mate is just automatically gonna like me. You know, that's not what I'm assuming, because if you assume that, then like the OS, you get ended up on the wrong end of the stick. I just continue to do my work, you know? If they don't like my work, then they don't like my work. It's whatever. You know, if they don't like me because they don't like my work, then nothing they could do about it, and there's nothing I'm gonna change about it. I'm not gonna work harder for them, because I already know my work, my work ethic, my efficiency, it's where it needs to be. I've been getting fined just all right for my whole entire working life career so far. I'm not gonna change anything about it. But at the same, like, when I go to a new ship and I have a new supervisor, I'm not gonna, you know, try to overdo my work either. I'm not gonna, like, you know, kiss butt, because the way I work is just the way I work, and it's just, that's why supervisors end up liking me. But it's not something that I'm like trying to go out of my way to do. Yeah, but there's a message. Don't get comfortable, guys, because you might have one person that likes you, and you could be a really likable person, but if you get comfortable and then, you know, you get a new new supervisor, don't continue the comfortableness. Is that a word? I don't know. You know, go back to your normal work ethic. I don't know. Day 38. Please subscribe. Please like, share, comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.